In this video, we will talk about the most surprising victories in military history, so make sure to watch the full video. History is filled with battles where underdogs triumphed against overwhelming odds, changing the course of wars and empires. Some victories were won through brilliant strategy, while others came from sheer determination, unexpected terrain, advantages, or even enemy mistakes. These surprising victories reshaped history, proving that numbers and strength alone do not always determine the outcome of war. From ancient times to modern conflicts, unlikely winners have emerged, leaving military experts stunned. Whether through deception, intelligence breakthroughs, or unconventional tactics, these battles remind us that strategy and resilience can defeat even the most powerful foes. Here are the most surprising victories in military history. 1. The Battle of Agincourt, 1415. The Battle of Agincourt remains one of the most astonishing military victories in history. The English, led by King Henry V, faced a much larger French army, heavily equipped with armored knights. The odds were stacked against the English, who were exhausted, ill, and vastly outnumbered. However, Henry's use of longbowmen, muddy terrain, and strategic positioning turned the tide. The French cavalry, unable to maneuver in the thick mud, became easy targets for the English archers. Thousands of French knights fell, and the battle ended in a decisive English victory. This battle reshaped medieval warfare, proving that discipline and strategy could overcome sheer numbers and brute force. 2. The Battle of Salamis, 480 BC. During the Persian invasion of Greece, King Xerxes' massive fleet seemed unbeatable. The Greeks, outnumbered and facing certain defeat, devised a brilliant naval strategy at Salamis. Led by Themistocles, the Greek forces lured the Persian navy into the narrow straits, where their large ships struggled to maneuver. The Greeks, using smaller and more agile vessels, rammed and sank the Persian ships one by one. In a stunning reversal, the Persians suffered heavy losses, forcing Xerxes to retreat. This unexpected victory not only saved Greece from Persian domination, but also changed the course of Western civilization, ensuring the survival of Greek culture and democracy. 3. The Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. Alexander the Great's stunning victory at Gaugamela against the Persian king Darius III is one of history's greatest upsets. Facing an army nearly twice his size, Alexander used brilliant tactics to outmaneuver the Persians. He exploited gaps in their formation, using his elite companion cavalry to break through enemy lines. Despite Darius' numerical advantage, his troops became disorganized, and Alexander's forces seized the momentum. The Persian army collapsed, and Darius fled, marking the end of the Achaemenid Empire. This battle demonstrated the power of superior strategy and leadership over sheer numbers, solidifying Alexander's place as one of history's greatest military commanders. 4. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest, 9 AD. The Roman Empire, at the height of its power, suffered one of its most shocking defeats in the dense forests of Germania. Led by the traitorous Arminius, Germanic tribes ambushed 3 Roman legions commanded by General Varus. The Romans, unfamiliar with the terrain and unable to form proper battle lines, were trapped and slaughtered. Over 15,000 Roman soldiers perished in the multi-day assault. This unexpected defeat halted Rome's expansion into Germania and forced the empire to rethink its military strategy. The battle remains one of history's most surprising upsets, proving that even the mightiest empires could be undone by clever strategy and knowledge of the terrain. 5. The Battle of Ain Jalut, 1260. Mongol Empire, known for its unstoppable conquests, suffered a shocking defeat at Ain Jalut in modern-day Israel. After devastating much of the Islamic world, the Mongols faced the Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt. The Mamluks, led by Sultan Qutuz and General Baibars, used a feigned retreat to lure the Mongols into a trap. Once the Mongols pursued, the Mamluks counterattacked, surrounding and defeating them. This battle marked the first major Mongol defeat and shattered their aura of invincibility. Had the Mongols won, they might have continued their conquests into North Africa. Instead, Ain Jalut demonstrated that even the most feared armies could be beaten with superior tactics. 6. The Battle of Plattsburgh, 1814. During the War of 1812, the British planned to invade the United States through Lake Champlain, aiming to strike deep into American territory. However, a much smaller American fleet, commanded by Thomas MacDonough, devised a brilliant defensive strategy. He positioned his ships in a way that maximized their firepower while limiting the British ability to maneuver. When the battle commenced, the Americans skillfully rotated their ships, allowing fresh cannons to face the enemy while their damaged sides turned away. The British fleet suffered heavy losses and was forced to retreat. This surprising victory saved the northern US from invasion and helped secure a favorable peace treaty. 7. The Winter War, 1939 to 1940. When the Soviet Union invaded Finland in 1939, many expected a swift Soviet victory due to their overwhelming advantage in troops and tanks. However, the Finnish forces, vastly outnumbered, used guerrilla tactics and their knowledge of the harsh winter terrain to devastating effect. Finnish soldiers, dressed in white camouflage, launched surprise attacks against Soviet columns, using ski troops to move swiftly. The Soviets, unprepared for the extreme conditions, suffered massive casualties. Although Finland eventually signed a peace treaty, they inflicted heavy losses on the Red Army, shocking the world. The war proved that superior knowledge of the battlefield and unconventional tactics could overcome a stronger enemy. 8. The Battle of Midway, 1942. After Japan's early successes in World War II, they sought to eliminate the U.S. Pacific Fleet at Midway. However, U.S. codebreakers deciphered Japanese plans, allowing Admiral Nimitz to set a trap. When the Japanese carriers launched their first wave of attacks, American planes struck in response, catching the enemy off guard. In a dramatic battle, the U.S. sank 4 Japanese aircraft carriers while losing only one of their own. This victory shattered Japanese naval superiority and shifted the balance of power in the Pacific. The Battle of Midway remains one of the most astonishing naval victories in history, proving that intelligence and planning could defeat a larger force. 9. The Battle of Austerlitz, 1805. Facing a combined Austrian and Russian army nearly twice the size of his own, Napoleon Bonaparte used masterful deception to secure victory at Austerlitz. He deliberately weakened his right flank, luring the enemy into attacking there. Once they committed their forces, Napoleon struck at their center, splitting their army and surrounding them. The result was a crushing defeat for the coalition, with thousands of enemy soldiers captured or killed. This unexpected victory solidified Napoleon's dominance in Europe and is still studied as one of the greatest examples of strategic warfare in history. Austerlitz showcased how intelligence, deception, and precise execution could overcome numerical disadvantage. 10. The Battle of Adwa, 1896. In a stunning upset, Ethiopia defeated Italy at the Battle of Adwa, marking one of the few times an African nation successfully resisted European colonization. The Italians, expecting an easy victory, underestimated Ethiopian forces led by Emperor Menelik II. Using superior knowledge of the terrain and careful planning, the Ethiopians overwhelmed the Italian army, inflicting heavy casualties. Italy was forced to retreat, and Ethiopia maintained its independence. This victory shocked Europe and became a symbol of resistance against imperialism. The Battle of Adwa remains a powerful example of how determination, strategy, and national unity can overcome a technologically superior invading force. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.